What is up, y'all? Today I am going to get canceled. I'm just saying. Y'all know that I've never talked about Shawty Bae here on my channel, but we're talking about Shawty Bae today, and y'all, I just feel like I don't have very many positive things to say. Y'all, they started a petition for her online to get her banned from the internet, which, by the way, I just want to say these types of petitions, I low-key feel like they're just like, haters just popping off, because at the end of the day, these change.org petitions, do they really kick into effect? Like, honestly, that's a genuine question, not a rhetorical question, because to my understanding, it just seems like something that's organized by somebody and they get signatures and then nothing really ever happens, because at the end of the day, how can you ban somebody from the internet, especially when they don't have any type of like violations? Do you know what I mean? Anyways, y'all, recently, I feel like, not even recently, I feel like all the time Shawty Bae's in some type of controversy, but I do, controversy, every time I say it like that, y'all. I just have to say this though, in my personal opinion, like, I am not saying this to be rude, okay? So don't come at me crazy, because I'm asking a genuine question. Isn't she like special needs? You know what I mean? So that's why I'm kind of like, I understand that people are like, oh my God, she's so rude. But in my opinion, I am obviously no type of doctor, nothing like this. This is just somebody who has been around people before that are on the spectrum. I just have to say, I feel like maybe she may be on the spectrum. Maybe she has Asperger's. Like, do you know what I mean? I think that there's something about her that she doesn't know how to read social cues. And I feel like the things that she says, I don't even necessarily think that she means to be rude. She just comes off as rude. And I have somebody that's like close to me that low key, I feel like is the same exact way. Like, they don't mean to be rude. But then also, if you guys have looked up like the symptoms before of like Asperger's, this is something that they like, I'm not over here. I'm not trying to like diagnose Shawty Bae with like Asperger's or anything. I'm just saying, if you guys know about it, you guys know that people with this don't really know how to read social cues and sometimes can come off really rude and sometimes don't know how to act. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like with Shawty Bae, like, I've seen her on live before, and look, okay, I know I'm gonna sound so rude, but she gets under my skin, y'all. Like, she really, really irritates me. Like, watching her videos, I'm like, I feel like people hate watch her. That's just my opinion. Because I'm like, y'all, I'm so sorry if you guys have seen her on live before. And then I feel like all the guys around her, like, low-key just use her for clout just because she's famous. And I feel like everyone watches her just because she's just, like, entertaining. Like, I don't know. I feel like anything that I'm gonna say is that it sounds so rude, and I'm like, I'm trying so hard to not, but I'm just like, on top of that too, like, I just don't really care for her. I feel like she's low-key irritating. But then also at the same time too, I have to say, I feel like, obviously she's entertaining to some people. Look, I'm not the type of person to like hate watch people, so I've seen her before scrolling through TikTok. She'll pop up on my live if I'm bored. Y'all watch for like 2 minutes and I'm like, no. And then literally, I'm so sorry, y'all. Like, I'm a grown ass man, but I feel like every single time that she's on live, she'll be sitting there farting and it just grosses me out. And then she's just like, oh my God, those. And I'm like, that's so nasty, girl. Like, you're gross. Like, but then I'm like, okay, stop. Because, I do think that she is, like I said, just a little bit special. And I'm not saying that to be rude, but like, I genuinely think that. Do you know what I mean? So at the same time too, I'm trying to like take things, lightly. I don't want to be rude because obviously I know that there's something, just a little bit off with her, I would say. So anyways, we're going to be talking about her cancellation. We're going to be talking about her, this whole petition. We're going to be talking about her and doing a club appearance that like apparently she was late for. And this girl was like, I paid $120 to see her and she wasn't even there, which I have questions about that. Why would you be spending $120 to see Shawty Bae? I'm like, y'all, she's on live every single day. Just see her on live. Like, seeing her at the club, I don't really get it. You know what I mean? But honestly, I'm starting to realize that I am getting at that age in life to where I am now understanding the elders, right? So say, for example, when I was in my early 20s, I feel like people would look at me and be like, I don't understand you. And now I'm becoming that person to be like, I don't understand you. There's obviously generational gaps. I feel like when I was younger in my 20s and y'all, I would just go out with a full face of makeup, looking like a drag queen, but then also had a beard. So people would look at me like, what the hell are you? And I feel like that's how I'm starting to look at the younger generation now. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get the lingo. I don't get the terms. I don't get all of these things. Do you know what I mean? So I look at Shawty Bae that same way and I'm like, I just don't get it. So we're going to be talking about her within today's video. Also, make sure you guys check out the podcast. It'll be linked down below. We just did one from Vegas and oh, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. But if you guys are bored, go ahead and check it out. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is where I slack as a drama channel, but you already know I'm a little bit dumb. And on top of that too, I'm not like the most reliable source. And on top of that too, I talk about things so late because I'm too lazy to make videos. So just letting you guys know, take everything with a grain of salt. But I do want to say this is where I slack and procrastinate, and this is where I fail, is because last night I was scrolling through TikTok and this is where I saw the whole Shawty Bae situation about the petition. And I was like, y'all, oh my gosh, I went to the link, I read about it. It had over 40,000 signatures. signatures. And I should have took screenshots of it last night to show you guys, but clearly I didn't. And I'm like, oh wow, this morning it's been removed. This is what it says on the actual website right here. It said this petition isn't available. Either the URL is incorrect, it violated our community guidelines, or the starter removed it. Now I followed different links from it, so clearly it's not a link problem. I think it either violated the community guidelines or the starter removed it. I'm just so curious to know how things like this even start up, because y'all, just keep it real. Someone, if anybody knows, what is change.org going to do about it? Say, for example, when you reach the number of like signatures, what are they going to do about it? How can they remove somebody from the internet? I just feel like this is low-key one of those things to where, like, I don't know, people just get to be like low-key haters and be like, haha, I signed it. Do you know what I mean? Just like out of fun. But then low-key, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. Okay, I know I'm like playing back and forth here because I don't like Shawty Bae. But low-key, I feel like things like this are low-key kind of bullying. Don't you think? I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping. Anyways, I do have a screenshot though of what it said by the starter who started this petition. And I do want to say, I think it is low-key kind of crazy that like over 40,000 people had signed it. And y'all, I'm going to get into it. But after I read this, somebody already started another petition. So now I just feel like this is going to be an ongoing joke type of thing. And Shawty Bae did respond to this. I will play some audio clips within this video. So this is what it says right here by the original starter from the first petition. I am personally affected by the online presence of an individual known as Shawty Bae. This person's behavior and content have been detrimental to my well-being and that of many others. Shawty Bae disregard for the impact of their actions is a clear indication of the ungratefulness and lack of empathy. The internet, while being a platform for freedom of expression, should not be used to promote harmful behaviors or attitudes. The American Academy of Pediatrics warns about the potential harm caused by negative influences on social media, stating that they can lead to issues such as low self-esteem and mental health problems. American Academy of Pediatrics 2016. Unfortunately, individuals like Shawty Bae contribute to this problem. It is crucial that we uphold standards on the internet that protect users from harmful content. By removing influencers like Shawty Bae who misuse their platform, we can create a safer online environment. Please join me in urging major social media platforms to take action against such damaging influences. Sign this petition today. I am so sorry. I don't know if I'm just delusional. I don't know if I'm just like a fan of sarcasm and dark humor too much. I feel like this is satire. I feel like this is a joke. I feel like this is comedy. I just feel like this is irony. Do you know what I mean? Because this can't be serious. Like, as a person who does not like Shawty Bae, like, I am so sorry. Like, y'all, she really irritates me. She gets under my skin. Y'all, one day me and my homegirl went to the Cerritos Mall and she was doing like a meet and greet there, and I was like, people are going this crazy over Shawty Bae. Like, I just don't get it, y'all. But then I do realize I am getting old, so I don't get a lot of this, you know, new stuff that's going on here. Well, from this first initial petition, Shawty Bae did have some things to say about this. So I'm going to go ahead and play an audio clip from her live. So go ahead and check this out.
So whoever signed that thing, that means they weren't ever a real supporter, to be honest. To make me disappear, but like, it won't happen, honey. I will always be on the internet if you like it or not. That's it, honey. If you don't like me, then too bad to sad. I'm gonna still be on the internet. That's it. Like, if I was you, if you don't like me, then block me. Like, to be honest, like, I signed it to. No. They're just haters, and you were pretending to be my supporter. Like, who's mad? The better. People canceled me since 2019, 2016, 2017. Like, in that area, but I really don't care. I'm just living life. That ain't a supporter. If you were a supporter, you wouldn't go on live and say shit about me, right? You could have texted me. I mean, I'm not going to apologize to her because she's the one who went on the internet talking shit. I didn't talk bad about anybody. She's the one who started it first.
There you have it right there. Shawty Bae is saying that she is going to be on the internet forever. And also, look, if you guys watch my podcast, you guys know I am a firm believer in freedom of speech. I feel like that's one of our amenities within America. And I just really feel, even if people don't like a person, you know what you can do? Block them. You can silence them, block them. There are several people that I have muted. Do you know what I mean? That I just feel like people don't need to go this route. But also, there's that side of me that's like, this has to be a joke. Like, this is clearly a joke. I feel like even if Shawty Bae is irritating, and even if, say, for example, she is, you know, a little bit rude, and I don't know, for some reason, I'm just keeping it with you guys, I'm like leaning towards the idea of like maybe she just doesn't know how to read social cues and she doesn't really realize how she comes across as rude. Do you know what I mean? I still feel like she can be on the internet. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I feel like if we hit this place, y'all, in society to where we can sign petitions to get people off the internet, there's gonna become a time 50 years down the road, 100 years down the road, that there's gonna be no internet at all, no social media at all, I should say, because everybody is going to have a problem with everybody. Do you know what I mean? Like, y'all, I sit over here, stay in my lane, make my little videos here on my channel. I don't go to other people's channels and create drama, and people still hate me. And it's like, y'all, this is my space over here where I'm just talking about what I want to talk about, and people still hate me for it. So clearly people would start petitions about me too, and I'm like, okay, so clearly this wouldn't end well, you know? Also, I do want to say people were calling Shawty Bae out for this whole situation to where she was late to a club appearance, and I guess somebody had paid $120, and then Shawty Bae had went on to live. And y'all, I am so sorry, but low-key, I just find things like this a little bit funny. She starts counting cash, and she's like, do you want your money back? And then she's like trying to flaunt her money, and I'm like, yo, in my personal opinion, I'm so sorry, but like, if somebody paid for like a meet and greet or paid for this club appearance and then she didn't like show up, or she only showed up for a little bit of time, then low-key I'd be like, I want my money back too. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like that's only fair. But go ahead and check out a part of this live right here.
Honey, do you want the money back or what? I'm waiting for her to text me, bro, on Instagram, but she hasn't. Anyways, I can give her her money back, bro. I don't give a fuck. If you're that broke, then let me know, honey. I will give you your Leah's money back. I didn't need it in the first place. I'm waiting for her to text me. She hasn't texted me. She's just talking shit online and not telling me anything.
I feel like Shawty Bae right there is just trying to have jokes. Do you know what I mean? Also, I just want to say this too. Like, say for example, if she isn't like on the spectrum or something, I feel like she may just have like a dry sense of humor. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like you guys see in that video there, obviously I feel like she's trying to come across like a joke, trying to count her money and like be like, here, I'll give you the money type of thing. But then it's this very like flat line, one line. Do you know what I mean? Maybe she just has a dry sense of humor. I don't really know, honestly, y'all. I do want to say this though before ending out this video. Somebody else did just start a petition today, the time of me filming this video. And y'all, this is what it says right here. The fact that people really go out of their way to do this, I'm so sorry, y'all. Like, low-key, I find it funny, but then at the same time, too, I'm like, get a life. Do you know what I mean? The fact that people take the time out of their day to type this all, I'm like, okay, this leads me to believe that you have no life at all. And this is what it says right here in the main headline. It says, remove Shawty Bae, and then all these other people on it. I'm going to only read a first statement from it because it really does focus on these other people who I have no idea who they are. Wilito, Isaac, and Jose. Maybe those are the guys that she's always with that like low-key like use her. In my personal opinion, y'all, there was like one clip that I had saw that somebody made a drama video about on TikTok, and I was like, these people literally just kind of like leech onto her just because she's popular. And I'm like, that's so crazy, y'all. This is why I say I don't think that she could read social cues, because anybody would realize that these people are using her. I saw a clip that was like 2 minutes long and I was like, these people are using you, girl. Like straight up, they're using you. I'm sorry. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Anyways, this is what it says in the beginning part of the second petition. It says Shawty Bae is rude, doesn't interact with the people that follow her or look up to her. She is rude and threatening to kids. She states in certain videos she hopes people blank in fire. And then it goes on to the other people, like I said, who I'm not even going to read about because honestly, I don't know about them and I don't know their actions. I don't know how they are. But anyways, you guys can look this one up, and I am so sorry. But the fact that this one already has 1,000 signatures on it is crazy to me. And look, y'all, as somebody who just, I'm so sorry to say this. I don't know why for some reason I always feel rude by saying that I don't like somebody or somebody irritates me. I really need to get over that, because at the end of the day, I feel like all of us humans just, you know, sometimes we just don't like people or we find people annoying. Do you know what I mean? As a person who finds Shawty Bae annoying, I think this whole thing is ridiculous. Straight up. Like, I'm just like, okay, at the end of the day, I do find her to be really kind of, you know what I mean? But should she get kicked off the internet, in my personal opinion? No, I don't really think so. But you guys let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.